Some guys can ignore the politics, but I'm sure others do have questions at the end of the day, though. These guys just want a ball. And ultimately, I think they just roll with the punches.
When Cam Johnson went 11th overall in the 2019 draft, most draft experts were shocked, slating him to go late in the first. But Cam's proven those pundits wrong.
Back to Lillard. Pass to Graham. Tries again. Deflected. Johnson against Thybulle. Here's Claxton. Bridges with it. The three is up. On target from range. Well, for Cam Johnson, he was incredible during the 2021 playoffs, Richard.
How about Cam's shooting numbers? Going 50, 40, 90 for the entire playoffs. 70% from the field in the conference finals. Unreal for a three-point shooter. A key part of that Suns finals run.
Clock at 6. And here's Simons outside. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Claxton, defended by Nurkic.
Big man shit right here as well.
Claxton down low. Nurkic is there. Claxton can't get it to go.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss that.
And it's Simons missing.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Stop playing with me. I'm the
He
greatest
more
out
than
here.
makes up for it with his balance.
Time called here. The Trailblazers decide to talk it over. And the Blazers had been a mainstay of the playoffs for so long, up until last year.
Yeah, B.A., they ended an 8-year streak by missing the playoffs. The franchise has had a lot of sustained success. They missed the playoffs just 15 times in their 50-plus years.
Pass to Thybulle. Lillard outside.
Shoot that.
Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
What touch from the inside. Lillard being assertive and wanting to convert in close.
Goes back up. Now Finney-Smith. And a miss there on the triple. To the inside. Grant. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
When you talk about a basketball family, Jeremy Grant's father was a pro. His uncle, his brothers. I mean, plenty of competition growing up.
Jeremy.
And even though Jeremy grew up around the game, success wasn't handed to him, Grant.
Not at all. I mean, he was a second-round pick out of Syracuse, and he's really had to prove himself as an NBA player. He has truly come a long way.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Here's Lillard. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
The touch on Lillard's shot is exceptional. Making looks in the mid-range seem easy.
Dinwiddie gets the bucket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control
Come
of
on,
this game.
Cleveland. Come on, Cleveland.
Here's Grant. Rebounded by the Nets.
Yeah, my boy Cam Johnson right here hit the three in this nigga face like this.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Claxton. Back to Johnson.
Three, right?
From deep.
Told you,
And that one fall for him. He's 0 for 2. Portland trailing here. Here's Thybulle. Off target from three-point range. Johnson finds Dinwiddie. And here's Bridges. Back to Dinwiddie. Now here's Johnson. Fires for three. And the three-pointer goes. Johnson's got 5 points.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Thibault. Back to Lillard.
Come on, clean this.
Brooklyn foul.
A big group substitution here for Portland. Eubanks, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Little comes in for Grant. Reddish is checked in for Thibault. And it's Sharp in for Simons. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Well, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Thomas, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. Out left to the wing. From deep, Johnson knocks it down from distance. Give him 8 points now.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Lillard passes to Reddish.
Come on, Cleveland.
Here's Little. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Little, no good.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Shot by Johnson, no good. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far.
2 minutes remaining.
Reddish passes to Lillard.
2 minutes.
Can they get it? The rebound by the Nets.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Hey.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And the front office for Brooklyn has said they need selfless players who want to be there and are available.
Well, B.A., the message is pretty clear. After Kyrie Irving missed most of last year due to personal choices, the Nets want all hands on deck this go-around.
Timeout called, Portland.
And year in and year out, there's one thing we know for certain about the Blazers. They've got some of the best fans in the NBA.
Blazers Youth Dance Team. Big round of applause for your Trailblazers Youth Dance Team. Let's hear it again for your Blazers Youth Dance Team.
1:46 left in the first quarter here. To the middle. Here's Lillard. An easy 2 on the layup. Lillard's got 6.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Here's Bridges. To the paint. Here's Thomas. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the layup.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
Next foul, Cameron Thomas.
Watford's checked in for Portland.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Down the lineup for your Trailblazers, Trendon Watford.
Here's Little. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And he makes it.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Out to the wing. Back to Claxton. And Watford pulls it down. For Portland, they've got 6 of 14 in so far. For 3, here's Lillard. Here's Sharp. Tipped. Here's Thomas to Defended by Lillard. From deep, Johnson. Offensive rebound. Back to Finney-Smith. From the arc. And Johnson is good for 3. 11 points in the game.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Reddish misses.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Pass to Watford.
And they've won the battle on
He
the
made
board
that.
so far.
They set a physical tone early on, and they're being rewarded for their efforts.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. It's the Nets, up 10. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
Fans, let them hear from you. Make some noise for your...
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Nets. Well, Richard, as a former player yourself, what's your take on stars demanding trades and jumping around the league so much?
It's tough because I've seen the other thing happen to stars. Blake Griffin re-signs with the Clippers. They show him videos of putting his jersey in the rafters, and then he's traded a year later. So I think everybody has to figure out what is best for them, but you also have to try as an individual and as a professional to fulfill your obligations. And I think trades can be someplace in the middle of that.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. Johnson is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. Shot clock at 2. Back to Johnson. No good on the 3. And it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Thibault, he's checked in for Watford.
Now on the floor for your Trailblazers.
The Trailblazers shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Thibault passes to Nurkic.
You know you sticking? Man, get this shit out of here,
He
nigga.
sends it right off the glass.
I hit the 3 on you like this.
Thibault with a steal.
Yeah.
Now the Blazers moving it up. Simons with it. And Dinwiddie picks him up defensively. Inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Simons passes to Thibault. Back to Simons.
Reach.
Pulls it from the top of the key. Jump shot is good. Simons has got 5 now. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter.
You know, the way things fell apart for the Nets has some saying the super team's era might be ending. The Nets went all in and handed over a lot of control to those stars. Now, can they reestablish the culture that attracted them in the first place?
Here's Sharp. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Outside Johnson. Shoots over Thibault.
Cut, nigga.
Right side Johnson. Back to Finney-Smith. 6 to shoot. Dinwiddie passes to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
And the Blazers making a change here. Eubanks is checked in. And a change for the Nets. Simmons is checked in. Simons passes to Thibault. Dinwiddie against Simons. Here's Nurkic. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Cameron Johnson.
And this is the game that Nurkic plays. Using the big body inside, carving out a high percentage look.
Cameron been reversing some machinery, dude. Damn, right. So right now, nigga, this is level, dude. So Cameron turned to make a flip, lean back.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Nurkic.
And Jusuf Nurkic, a solid role player, fits well into any team environment. A great passer and doesn't need touches to contribute.
Look, you know, Nurkic, they gave us like blood.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. And we saw last year, Nurkic can also act as a mentor with young players.
Yeah, B.A., and that's a great veteran presence for Nurkic. Not a star player by any means, but a player everyone would want on their team.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter.
I'm about to cut up on these niggas.
And he buries his first look.
You know Simmons can get physical when he has to, going right through the contact.
Going all in. That was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
With the lead they have, you might think they'd start to settle, but they are still going at the rim strong.
That's a foul called on Cameron Johnson. That's his 3rd foul so far. Nurkic with the ball, and here's Grant from the arc. He drops it from range. Grant's got 6.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Pass to Simmons. From deep, Johnson. Thybulle with the board. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Beyond the arc. And Anthony Simons good for 3. Simons has got 5 points now in the quarter.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Oh my, Big Ben showing us how it's done.
And the replay of that slashing drive to the hoop, courtesy of Mobile One.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
Thybulle passes to Graham. Back to Thybulle. Pass to Eubanks. Grant outside. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Johnson. Trailblazers keep it alive. Nurkic's shot is good.
And for Nurkic, one of his key attributes, the ability to keep the play alive on the glass.
Dinwiddie goes in, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Grant against Johnson. Simons has the open look. They get the rebound. Thybulle. Good D by Simmons.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Simmons.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Take him.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, and last summer, Ben Simmons had surgery on a herniated disc. I'm not a back expert, more of an ankle guy, but hard to be effective when that area is just not right.
And last season, Ben Simmons caught some flack for not suiting up in the playoffs. Grant, you think his surgery quieted those voices a little?
I think it did a little bit, but, at this point, it's going to come down to his performance on the court. He does have something to prove. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
Pass to Watford. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Just keeping the game simple. Lillard's patience and acute understanding of pick and rolls comes in handy.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
I like that. Some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
The first free throw is good. So the Nets making a switch here. Thomas has checked in. So he gets them both. Looking at players with limitless range, Grant. Damian Lillard right at the top of that list.
Oh, B.A. And Lillard, he can just make it look so easy. He gets a lot of his strength on his shot from his legs. On the short list for players you don't mind pulling up from the logo.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. Portland has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Reddish off the mark there with a 3.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And the first one at the line is good. Sharp, he's checked in for Portland. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Outside Reddish. Pass to Watford. Here's Lillard. From 13 feet, down it goes. Lillard's got 10.
And if you're guarding Dame in the pick and roll, you need to stop the ball. Lillard can just eat you alive.
That's good from Simmons on the assist by Dinwiddie.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
Lillard passes to Reddish. Picked it. And here's Bridges. Here's Dinwiddie. And that one hits the back iron.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And once Lillard kicks it up a notch, watch out. Flat out taking over now.
And that concludes the first half. Nets out front, up 6. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what was your impression?
They put a big effort into rebounding guys, working to corral every miss. That's the hustle you love to see. They can maintain.
And that'll do.
Let him hear from you.
We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, you look at Cam Johnson. He's been playing really well.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. And it's Thibault in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 11 rebounds in the game. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Lillard against Dinwiddie. And that one's good. Lillard's got 14. RJ, you played with some of the greats. LeBron, Duncan, Dirk, Jason Kidd, just to name a few. But if the game were on the line, who would you want taking the last shot?
I'm going to be really honest. I have been in great situations with all of those guys, and they have all delivered. So this isn't, but I'm going to go with the person that's delivered the biggest shot of my career, and that was Kyrie Irving, and he hit the clutchest shot in NBA history. Argue with me if you want. You're going to lose it.
No argument here.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And here's Grant from the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Finney-Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight. 90 seconds into the second half now. Here's Thibault. What, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Blocked! Bridges outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Claxton. 2 points. That one goes. Give him 8 points now.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Brooklyn's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Bridges outside. This one for 3. Nets keep it alive. Pass to Dinwiddie. The 3-ball.
Okay.
Hits the 3-pointer. And the Nets lead by 11.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Yes, it's good.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
Dinwiddie passes to Johnson. Off target with the 3. Going all the way to the rack. And the dunk by Lillard.
On the fast break, Lillard's quickness makes him almost unstoppable. Just beating the D up the floor.
It's Bridges on the wing. Back to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Thybulle with a steal. Now the Blazers on the move. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Important to point, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
So for the Blazers, Eubanks comes in for Nurkic, and Little is subbed in for Thybulle. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Pass to Simons. Down low.
Simon!
Eubanks inside, working on Claxton. Here's Eubanks. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Lillard, the rebound by the Nets. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. It was stolen by Lillard. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. And it's Simons missing. Brooklyn has gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. Bridges against Simons. Back to Claxton.
Let's go.
And he banks in the layup. Claxton's got 10.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Here's Eubanks. Here's Little, covered by Johnson, and it's Little off the drive.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Back to Claxton. Rebound by the Trailblazers. For the Trailblazers, Reddish is checked in for Grant, and it's Sharp in for Simon. Timeout called, Brooklyn.
Some timeouts you just know you're going to get yelled at, and with these turnovers, I'm going to tell you it's not going to be a very pleasant timeout.
For your Trailblazers youth dance team.
For Portland, they've gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Here's Sharp. That shot, no good. And Brooklyn will go the other way with it. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. And slam dunk by Simmons.
As point guards go, I don't know that anyone can throw it down like Simmons. He dunks more than most centers do.
Now thinking about the Aussie Ben Simmons, such an impressive defender, Richard.
Honestly, he's a defensive player of the year caliber player every year, mainly due to his ability to guard any position. This is the type of versatility that isn't seen very often.
Pass to Simmons, to the left wing.
Oh, yes.
Three-pointer, no good. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Thomas. Jacks up a 3. He can't get that one to fall.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
How about the little guy throwing himself on the glass?
Reddish with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Sharp. Kept alive. Eubanks gets the bucket. Eubanks, he's got 6.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Intercepted.
Fuck kind of pass.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Sharp. He shoots again. And the layup is good. Give him 8.
Reliable approach. Get in the ball in the paint and go into work.
Bridges down low. Pass to Thomas. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Brendan Watford.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
It's dance time in Portland. Here are your Blazer dancers.
So the Nets making a switch here. Timeout called. Brooklyn.
The Nets call timeout. We're on the lookout for the loudest fans who'd like a free t-shirt tonight. For your Blazer dancer.
19 seconds left in the third. For 3, here's Lillard. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 16th rebound on the night. Outside Curry. On the wing, Curry. Misses the shot. 3/4 of play, and a close one here. It's the Nets leading by 1. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after the break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. So on the floor for Brooklyn, they've got Seth Curry. Ben Simmons is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Johnson, and it's Thomas in at the 3. So they take the lead.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Brooklyn trailing. Outside Curry. Left side Johnson. Pass to Claxton. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Nurkic has checked in for Watford. And a change for the Nets. Dinwiddie, he's checked in for Curry. Here's Simons. Second chance shot. And no good. Excellent D there from Dinwiddie.
Go. Go. Let's go.
Here's Simmons.
Let's
go. And the jam by Simmons.
What?
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Oh, time drive. finish. Showing a little artistry on that take. I could watch moves like that all day.
And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Thibault, he's checked in for Reddish. And that one misses. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. The pull-up, and it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go.
Don't this shit make my people want to...
Nurkic finds Thibault. Here's Eubanks. He's covered by Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton.
Look at that. Got him.
The rebound by Eubanks. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Bridges, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
First team foul. On the floor for the Nets, Mikal Bridges.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Eubanks. Back to Nurkic. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Second chance effort. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got 4 rebounds in the game. Dinwiddie, right side. Takes a 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Grant.
Get out of here,
Got a hand on it.
Yeah, he open, so he hit the 3.
Now here's Johnson.
Got him.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Johnson. Bridges outside. Dinwiddie finds Simmons. Here's Claxton. Nurkic with some nice D. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Simons outside. Here's Grant. Off the mark, and the drought continues. The Nets with the lead. Pass to Simmons. All sorts of time. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. There's Simons with a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he lobs it up.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass. Unfortunately for them, they're reeling at this point.
So true. Very little going their way right now at either end of the floor.
Timeout called. Portland
failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Wonderful, you stop your back, amazing. Ooh, just wanna tell somebody wonderful.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Finney-Smith checked in for Claxton. Harris comes in for Johnson. Thomas, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Curry in for Dinwiddie. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart. Show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Trailblazers keep it alive. Shot by Nurkic, no good. Brooklyn with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered for them. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Damian Lillard picks one up.
Well, you look at Seth Curry. For his career, around 44% from long range. That's easily top 5 in NBA history.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Shoot 2.
That's cash.
And that one falls for Curry. And Seth Curry, one of the elite shooters in league history. But his road to the NBA was no red carpet, Grant.
So true. I mean, after graduating from Duke in 2013, a couple years in the G League proving himself, the questions were about his defense, but that stroke was never in question.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Thybulle passes to Graham. Inside, here's Simons. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
The Nets have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Here's Simmons. Up and in on the layup. Simmons has got 4 points in the quarter.
Physical defense, not a problem for Simmons. His strength is one of his assets.
And no lack of aggression on that move. Good for the 2K drive.
Yeah, and with a finish like that, you know he's looking to extend the lead and put this game out of reach.
Out to Harris. Pass to Thomas. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
Excellent D, avoided fouling and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
From the stripe, Lillard with the bucket.
What's incredible, he doesn't need much space to let it fly. Lillard's shooting touch does wonders for his team spacing.
Here's Simmons. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn. And
he's off on the first. Little's checked in for Portland. Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie comes in for Curry, and he ends up missing both free throws. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Finney-Smith. Thybulle with a steal. And a foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul of the game. Mikal Bridges checked in for Thomas.
On the floor for the Nets.
Portland trailing here. Timeout called, the Blazers. Well, you look at Cam Johnson. He's been playing really well.
Okay, I'm going to take you guys inside the huddle, all right? The message from coach is simple. Stop him.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
And he kept the opponents off balance all night long. Just swatting down shot after shot, disrupting their offense. He was a one-man defensive wrecking ball, and they never found a way around him.
Two minutes in the game.
Lillard against Dinwiddie. No good. And Brooklyn will go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And again, it's the Nets missing. Portland has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth.
Oh, dang. Second personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line to Portland. And at the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that brings him within 5. And so Simons nails both of them.
Tight game. He is exactly who he wanted at the line.
Dinwiddie goes in, and he dunks it down.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammates.
Brooklyn foul. Spencer Dinwiddie. 4th personal foul.
He gets the first, and that brings him within 5.
At the line for your team.
And both free throws good for Lillard.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
Dinwiddie outside. Three-pointer, Bridges. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
What's his step back?
Dinwiddie against Lillard.
That's the back.
Come on. That's not who you want to send to the line.
5th personal foul. Penalty.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
You know, it's the production plus the leadership that makes Lillard one of the most valuable players in this league.
So the Nets making a switch here. Thomas has checked in. Well, Brooklyn's shooting at 45% of the game so far. It's Simmons with a drive. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And Brooklyn has possession. Bridges misses.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is on.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure.
Take it, Finney Smith out. No. You got 5 fouls. I don't want you fouled out, my nigga. So I'm gonna do something smart. Hey, yo, where he at? I don't see Simmons. All right, there you go.
What he was thinking.
Dame at the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. And the Nets making a change here. Claxton's checked in. And so he hits both. Brooklyn has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Pass to Finney Smith. For 3, Bridges connects from downtown. And the Nets lead by 8.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Here's Claxton, and count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got disappointed with this result.
I love how tricky Dame can be. He uses a pull-up J to catch the defender totally off balance.
What is going on right now?
Trailblazers. Kevin Knox the second. Keon Johnson.
24 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Knox. The shot that time not on target. Good D by Finney Smith. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
For 3, Bridges. That one is off. And so they foul intentionally.
Claxton. Second personal foul.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that narrows the gap to 7. 5 ticks left in the game. Back to Claxton. From deep, here's Simmons. No good. So we see the Nets get the win here. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Brian Anderson.